So let's talk about Molly's Game, Aaron Sorkin's directorial debut. And Aaron Sorkin already is a really, really, really good writer. And going into this movie, I thought it would be fine. I thought it would be something that I like, but it's not something that would probably be one of my favorite movies of the year. I think it would be a well made movie, but it's not something that I feel like I would love that much. But man, was I wrong. This movie was fantastic. All these characters and the writing and the story was really phenomenal. Some of the best actually this year that I've seen. I think that all of these characters are written so well, and the way that the actors go with this movie works really well too. Because Jessica Chastain, this to me is probably her best role I've ever seen her in, and I've seen most of her stuff, and I think that in this movie she is phenomenal and gripping, and it's also because of the great writing that she is such a great character because of that, but also because of her performance. And she brings so much to this character that's already written well, with the emotions that this character is going through, with how this character, where she is in a certain time, because this movie is set in the time where she is trying to plead not guilty in court to not go to prison because of the illegal poker empire that she created. But it also flashes back to all these moments that define her as a person and define her becoming this becoming this leader of this kind of under an empire, and how it's not really illegal, but she is being tried in court for it, and you figure out why that's happening too. And I think that the movie does a fantastic job of having these characters and the story flow in such a really interesting way. Like I said, I love how it's set in a certain time, but it does all these flashbacks to all these important moments in her career about with this poker ring. And I think that it works really well. And like I said, the acting is fantastic. Jessica Chastain, I think it's her best role, and I think Idris Elba is really, really fantastic as well. And all the supporting actors are really great too. Kevin Costner is really great in this movie as well. There's one scene, not spoiling it, but there's one scene with Kevin Costner in this movie that made me legitimately feel so much emotion. Like this, it's one of my favorite scenes of this year in any movie that I've seen with Kevin Costner, and that's all I'll say. But he has this one scene where it is one of the most gripping scenes I've seen all year. It is truly emotional, and it works so well. And in the theater, like I kept hearing all these sniffles and all these tears, and I think that it's great that it gave that much of a response, because he gave such a great role in this movie, even though it's small, but he did a fantastic job. And like I said, all the acting is great and the writing is great. I love how this character Molly, it basically is about her, and like you're seeing her past, you're seeing how she becomes this person, how she rises up and falls and rises up in a way that's so interesting, because this character, you get so much about her life and so much about how she and everybody else defines her, and how much of a struggle she has through all of this, through the good and the bad moments in this lead up to being almost taken to prison, or going to be taken to prison in the movie. And I think that it works really, really well, and I think that these characters are so well written and so interesting, and the actors give such an amazing performance. And I think that it hopefully should be one that's recognized for Oscars. I looked at the ratings online, and it looked like it wasn't like the best movie of the year, but it had good positive reviews. And honestly, that kind of surprises me, because this movie it was such a welcome surprise. I just didn't think that it would be this fantastic. And it's just all of the actors, director, everybody involved. Like, it works so well because of all of them, and they really did a fantastic job with this one. And it's one of my favorite movies of the year. And I hope that people go and see it. Whenever I saw it, there were a lot of people there, and I'm glad that it hopefully will make money, because this is a movie that I don't think will make much money. But seeing that audience in there tonight, I thought that it really means that it could make some money. That'd be great because these kind of movies are dying off. They're not superhero movies. They're not blockbusters, and I think that it's sad because this is a fantastic movie and truly one of the best of the year. And I hope people go and see it. And I hope what I said will persuade you to see it. So go see this movie. I think it is so fantastic, and I hope you guys will go see it and see how great it is. So thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.